So you want to be more productive. Let me tell you what you shouldn't do. And that's plan out your tasks by the exact time every day. But Tyler, everyone that I listen to says you should do the exact opposite and plan your days out by the exact time and time block for that task and time block for that task. Why should I listen to you? And the simple truth is, you don't have to listen to me. You really don't. But it would be beneficial to learn what I have to say before you make your own decision for yourself. In this video, I'll lay out the benefits of planning out your day, regardless of the method, why I don't recommend planning your day in a calendar, and lastly, what I recommend you should do instead of using a calendar. So, what are the benefits of actually planning your day out? Now, the benefits of planning your day out is that you get a lot more done compared to if you were to just, go throughout each day not knowing, oh, what am I going to do today? Planning your day out will always help you be more productive, regardless of who you listen to. You want to be able to look back at what you completed for the day and think, wow, I was productive today. Whereas if you don't have a plan going into the day, you might do this, you might do that. Yeah, you might be a little productive and do some of the things you wanted to do. But in the end, you have more to do. You always can have something to do. If you're bored, that can be a good thing for you to figure out what you need to do to progress your life. Whether it be in fitness goals, in physical health, in mental health, in emotional health, in just bettering yourself in any way imaginable, you can always be doing something productive. So, if you plan out your day regardless of the method, you will always have a clear-cut vision of what you should be getting done that day. That leads to less procrastination and more results in the end. Now, the big thing that I made this whole video a rant about, or not really a rant, but still, why I don't think you should plan your day in a calendar. Now, the key word is calendar. When I say you shouldn't plan your day in a calendar, I mean time blocking. That means, those Google calendars where you can block out 2 hours of the day to doing homework, 1 hour of the day to go to the gym, 3 hours of the day to go ahead and do work on so-and-so tasks. That is what I am against. Now, it might work for you, it might work for some others. I know a lot of people online, especially that talk about productivity, tell you to make time blocks that I am obviously, talking against. That's just because it doesn't work for me, and here's why. So I would have time blocked off by the minute, basically. And when I say by the minute, it'd be like 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. wake up, morning routine. 7:30 to 8 o'clock, it would, go make breakfast, and vice versa with the entire day blocked off with my school, with my work, with my soccer that I do, with my work, everything that you can imagine I would do during the day was in the time frame. But the thing is, when I say life happens, things come up. I live with 2 other roommates. I might want to sit down and have a good 20, 30-minute conversation with them about something, about life, about whatever, is on our mind. I might procrastinate by teaching my friend or roommate how to cook something real quick. That is what I mean by life happens. And whether you want to believe it or not, it's going to happen regardless, and it'll keep happening throughout the day, just little parts, and those little parts start to stack up, and then eventually, next thing you know, you look at your time schedule, and you're like, oh wow, I'm 2 hours behind on my schedule. Then what happens? You're stuck. And when I say you're stuck, you're not physically stuck in time, you are stuck in your time block. Now you have to start redoing, or not redoing, but I guess catching up on the things that you missed. And by the end of the day, what do you know? You're an hour, 2 hours behind on everything you said you have to get done. And you dig into your sleep schedule, and then you just get less sleep, or you get less productive because you're so worried about everything you miss, you can't fully focus on what you're supposed to be present in. I have experience doing this stuff. It just doesn't work for me. It might work for you. It might work for the people that you look up to that talk about productivity, but it doesn't work for me. So, Tyler, if you are not using a calendar to, plan out your days, what do you use instead? And I just use a simple to-do list. Whether you want to use the Notes app, I like using Canva just because I like, differentiating. I like differentiating. I like differentiating between the colors and, the fonts and stuff like that. It's super weird. It's stupid. But I just like using Canva to just block out my days. And when I say days, I do it on a day-to-day schedule. Basically, at the end of every day, I will go ahead and get my to-do list. I will, get everything ready for the next day. I'll plan it the night before. So that way, when I wake up, I know exactly what I need to get done that day. And all these tasks on my to-do list can be simple. I mean, it can be things as little as cleaning my room, keeping my bathroom clean, things like that. It could be, record so-and-so YouTube video. It can be look up so-and-so problem. If I have something that I want to look up and learn about, I'll go ahead and put it in the to-do list. If I want to figure out basically how do I start cutting after bulking because I gained a gut, which is true. I had that in my to-do list today. Just to get an example, I had a watch nutritional YouTube video about protein powder so I can learn more about it. It's just simple little things like this just so I can always be bettering myself. Now, these tasks are obviously going to be related, to you. Mine are going to be related to me. But when it comes down to the fact that you should always be bettering yourself in some way. If you learned one new thing that same day that you made a to-do list on, you were already a better person than you were yesterday. So, that's why I always say, it's a good day to have a good day. I always say that it's as long as you're getting better as a person in just some way imaginable, 1% that day, you've had a good day. Because that 1% gets exponential. But at this point, I've been rambling on way too much. I'm voice cracking every other sentence. I gotta stop the video.